China has many beautiful environments, some of which have tourist parks and conservation areas. But who manages these areas, and are they built for conservation or for cash? The first national parks were founded in America at Yellowstone and Yosemite in the 1800s, led first by European visitors who demanded that these natural wonders be preserved. They were later developed by wealthy industrialists and the federal government. Americans took some time to develop a culture of sustainability. At first they fed the animals and pushed large fires off mountains to create light shows. Today there are over 100,000 protected areas worldwide, represented by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, founded in France in 1948 and now presided over by Zhang Xinsheng.
China's first national park was established near Zhangjiajie in 1982. Today, there are nearly 2,000 areas classified as national parks. The parks are organized under a range of different ministries and departments. There is no central management of China's national park. Hailuogou National Forest Park is established in 1993 by State Forest Administration. It located at the eastern slope of Gongga Mountain. Because of its special location, there are a lot of amazing natural landscapes, such as snow-capped mountains, glacier valleys, hot springs, forest, grassland, and lakes. However, with the development of tourism, construction and environmental damage is inevitable. Tourists are allowed to work in protected areas. Trash is often thrown on the ground, even by park employees. Some park buildings are not managed sustainably. People had to move into city, abandoning their buildings. Some buildings were built on unstable and dangerous ground. There are many large abandoned buildings and construction sites. Our experience suggested the park isn't being run sustainably. Do the tourists realize the impact they have on the environment? We want to know, so we asked them.
It is okay, but the government lacks the ability to organize the parks. Sometimes they don't seem to control development or the people. Tourists must have some effect, especially the roads. When the government builds and repairs the roads, they damage the environment. Management of development is lacking. Yeah, I feel more or less there is some effect. The quality of the tourists are not very high.
There must be manual oil, and the glacier is melting due to all of us. The government asks us to mend our trash. However, people still throw trash on the ground.
There must be negative effects, but the big problem is there are not enough bus here.
It should have some effect. There are bad sides and good. The tourists benefit the economy, but they also damage the environment and hurt the trees. In general, I think the benefits exceed the bad effects. The parks are in development, after all. No, the impact isn't that big. They don't really damage the forests.
Surely there is some effect. Too much litter, smoking, poor culture.
It should be sustainable, but now it is not. The parks are just focused on short-term profit and will build too much and let too many people in the park just to make money.
There is some positive effect, on the economy and developing the area, but for the environment, it still has some negative effect.
I help to repair the roads here, and when I'm working on the roads, I don't notice a big difference. So I think it is sustainable. When we build the roads, we're careful not to damage the forests.
Yeah, it is sustainable. I'm a local person here, so I have seen the economy grow rapidly. The environment is negatively affected, but the benefits outweigh the damage. Without a doubt damaging, it is not sustainable. There are too many tourists here, and they all damage the environment without thinking about it.
Policy promotion is essential, yes. Also, the park should supply a trash bag to every visitor. This situation is also a policy regulation problem, a lack of policy and also a lack of enforcement of policy. The government should limit the amount of tourist buildings in the park. Also, they need to ensure sustainable limitations on development.
The quality of people needs to be improved, their culture and attitudes.
The things I could do myself are small, but if everyone did something small to help, the overall effect would be huge. I don't have an opinion on personal responsibility. When the park was built, the local people had to leave their homes in the mountains and move into the city. The government is just now working to clean up all these abandoned properties.
Every tourist should have to carry a garbage bag and no littering once in the park. Tourists should not capture animals or damage plants.
The biggest problem that individuals could solve is that people shouldn't drop litter carelessly everywhere.
Well, I think I would pick up the trash if I saw it on the ground. It is not just our responsibility, it is also our duty. Everyone should actively prevent environmental damage when they can. Yeah, sure. It is my job to manage the forest, so it is also my job to protect the environment.
Yeah, I'm a local person here, so I should be a good example of protecting the environment. Also, the environment is a tourist resource, so if everyone wants to throw a litter on a tour, I will stop them. Of course, yeah, we all have the responsibility. For instance, just now we stopped a man from smoking inside.
China's national park systems are new and not yet run sustainably. Profit appears to take precedence. Tourists realize the importance of and the responsibility to protect the nature environment. Tourism often has the largest impact on the surrounding area's economic growth, though while also damaging the environment. How damaged can the environment become before the tourists and the money stop coming?